Welcome to Awesome English. I'm Dan. This is lesson 4 in our series on how to write a procedural text, specifically recipes. Our main objective today is to be able to write the method section in a recipe. Let's get started. Okay, welcome to our awesome checklist for today's lesson. These are the learning objectives we want to achieve. So let's check them out. The first one is to review the macro-micro structures of a procedural text. We need to review it because it helps us remember it. The next one is going to use imperative verbs. Now they're those bossy verbs, things like cut, chop. They tell us what to do. The next one is to write clear, simple steps using simple and compound sentences. Today's lesson, we're going to be drafting the method for a procedural text. We want to make sure it's clear. The next objective is to be able to identify micro elements for a procedure. So you need to be able to check out a procedure example and spot some of those imperative verbs and other features. And our final objective for the lesson is to be able to innovate and put ideas into our own words. All right, let's get going. Okay, now before we start writing our ingredients list, let's do a little recap and maybe a think, pair, share. So if you're in class, you can talk to the person next to you. If not, you can brainstorm at home. Can you remember the structure of a procedural text? What are the micro elements or text features that go into a procedure? Spend a few minutes now, see if you can remember. Go! Okay, I hope that session went well and you're able to remember the structure and the micro elements that go into a procedural text. Now, let's check it out and check some answers. So, for the structure, you should have the title and goal. Then you'll have materials. Then you'll have the steps. Now, this series is all about recipes, specifically pancakes. Now, it's going to look a little different. We're going to have the goal, which is to make pancakes. Then we're going to have ingredients. What do we need to achieve that goal? And then the next subheading in our procedure is going to be the method. Which steps are needed to make the pancakes? All right, guys, let's learn more. Let's review some of the micro elements that go in a procedure. Maybe you got some of these bad boys when you're doing your think, pair, share. Things like goal, chronological order, present tense, adverbs of sequence. All these elements make an awesome procedural text. All right, let's get going. All right, I hope you're able to spot and identify all those macro and micro features of a procedural text. Now it's time for a think, pair, share. So if you're in class, you can talk to the person next to you. If not, just brainstorm by yourself. Check out this example method for a pancake recipe. Spend a few minutes. Can you identify and spot some of those micro features? Take your time and then we'll check back soon. Go. All right, hope that brainstorming session went well. Let's check out some answers. So here's that method annotated. You can see we have things like adverbs of sequence. We've got those imperative verbs, whisk, and we have clear, simple and compound sentences to make our instructions clear. We also have the steps numbered, 1, 2, 3. Now, it's over to you. Use this example to help you. Go and draft your own procedural text method section by using this. Off you go. Go. All right, now it's time for some independent learning. I hope you've had some success learning about procedural text. You should now know what the purpose of a procedural text is. You should know its structure, some of those micro elements, and you've even created your own recipe with us as well. So now let's consolidate our learning by practicing some more. Go and write another recipe. Structure it using those 3 parts. Start with your goal, then use your ingredients, and then your method. Over to you. Remember, practice makes progress. I'll see you next time, and remember to stay awesome.